Right on. Alright. So, ta-da! It's our new camera!
Just got it yesterday.
I feel like this needs to be closer. Whatever, it's fine.
Let's give it a shot.
Okay. Well, hello people in the world and such. I'm Greg.
And
So you probably know me since you'll probably be finding this on Facebook or something.
And I'm Jimmy.
This is Jimmy. This is him.
And this is him.
I like how you're wearing blue.
There's a blue.
Did you? We
Let's become best friends.
So now, best friends. My head's out of the shot. First video. See. There you go. Ah. Yep. This is a test run video, basically introduction video
To what our channel hopes to be.
It's also like an intro to us using our camera. We did buy a mic. The sales lady was like, you know, this mic might sound a little bit fuzzy. We tried it out and it was fuzzy.
It's terrible.
So we're using the regular mic on this, see how it works. It doesn't have its fuzziness, but now we gotta buy a better mic.
Which is expensive, so.
It's like $100.
$100 versus the $50 crappy one.
We'll make a deal.
We'll see what we can do.
Okay, so welcome to Daily Fitness. Just welcome.
Just throwing that out there.
This is why we started the video thing, was because we're gonna start sharing ideas and concepts for a future business that will be, basically a functional fitness studio, gym. It's gonna be personal training, functional sessions.
Works on functional fitness, mobility.
So let's
give them a demonstration.
Oh, I was thinking we define functional fitness.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so functional fitness. First little story is I had chronic upper back pain at the age of 21, and I was like, this is bullshit. I'm young and I'm in pain. I couldn't sleep at night. I was like, what? Why the heck is a young person going through pain? So I started developing a concept on how to cure this chronic pain. So a chiropractor, physical therapist, great options. However, they don't really prevent it from happening. They don't underlie the very core concept of what we're fixing.
Because they want you to continue coming back?
I don't think it's because they want us to come back. I just think there's so many patients that they have, and people want instant gratification, instant relief, so they work on what's actually causing the pain rather than what's causing the reason why you're having pain.
Okay.
Right? So, and I can explain why it all stems from. Basically, movement has decreased. Our actual correct movement patterns are gone. We're all dysfunctional patterns. So, someone's bending over, right? Can't really see. Can you angle that a little bit?
Yes, I can.
Okay, so if someone's bending down like this, right? They bend over. Oh, I'm bending my back instead. I'm rounding the shoulders, bending the lower back. When really, you're supposed to keep that neutral spine. Supposed to hinge at the hips. Your butt, your core strong. You go down a little bit. There we go. So now I'm bending over, loading my hamstrings are stretching out. Right? I have bad flexibility in my hamstrings, so that would be one functional thing, is to get more flexibility so you can keep reaching down to the neutral spine. At this point, now I can bend my knees to get lower, right? But a lot of the times people bend over here and pick something up because it's a dysfunctional pattern of movement.
And for me, that was my problem. I noticed myself doing that, and Greg has been able to share his knowledge with me, and I've been working on it, and I'm really inspired to be a part of this idea of daily fitness.
Yeah, because it's going to be bomb diggity.
It's going to skyrocket.
So one thing I've really noticed it's because of society, alright? It's not your fault. It's not my fault. It's not anyone's fault.
Okay.
It's because we live in a world here in the United States where we're driving, we're sitting down a lot, we're here, you know, we're not doing things outside. I'm looking around here and I don't see anybody outside. Probably sitting down inside somewhere.
Probably.
Alright, so then we get tight hip flexors here. We get tight, inactive hamstrings, inactive butt because we're sitting down all the time, right? It turns off, you don't know how to use it. Then you get the rounded shoulders, the rounded back, the head jetting forward.
Right.
And that's mostly because we sit. So sitting is bad.
We're not getting enough fitness or activity in our life.
Yeah, exactly. So we are gonna help let's say, activate people's butts. So here, we're gonna just demonstrate, these are super bands, right? This is gonna revolutionize the gym industry. I just don't think it's been marketed correctly, hasn't been really focused on. But Jimmy and I will just demonstrate here a fun way to just do a squat. So because the super band is not only assisting you when you go down into a squat, alright, there's pullback at all times. So basically, you have to engage your arms, your shoulders, your chest, your abs, your butt, all your leg muscles. Because if you don't, you're gonna fall. You're gonna keep stretching it out. So you have to engage everything. So it not only gives you assistance, but it gives you that pushback and the pullback. So now I can really focus on using all the correct muscles
And activating them all.
So I'm using my hamstrings to pull me down. Alright, I'm using my butt to stabilize my pelvis. I'm using my hip flexors to pull myself down. I'm using the interior part of my calf to also pull myself down. Right, and then the quads, the butt to push back up. So there's a lot going on, and people don't know it, and they want the instant gratification. But if there's a muscle imbalance,
it takes time to correct that muscle imbalance.
Exactly, you got to correct the tight muscles that you're overusing. That bad pattern, you're only using. Let's say when you're picking up something, right? Instead of using all the shoulder muscles and all of the the bicep, you're using somewhat of your back to do it.
Right.
So then you got
to kind of use your legs as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it depends on what you're doing, but really you should be able to use every muscle in every movement. So everything is engaged. You're like an actual robot.
Okay.
It's a system within a system. If you're not tight here, you're not going to have stability in your shoulders. If you don't have stability in your shoulders, you're not going to have stability in your arms, or your forearm, or even your hand. So this goes towards piano players, especially people in sports, but if something's dysfunctional, you're not going to be able to perform better. So I like to use the piano, right? You need to be able to use your hands perfectly, those fingers. If your forearms aren't working right, you're not going to have good finger dexterity or quickness, or whatever you call it. But the thing is, if your shoulders aren't in a good place, then your forearms aren't in a good place, then your fingers are not in a good place. So when you're sitting down playing piano, shoulders rolled back and down like this, forearms nice and straight, you should be able to use your hands efficiently. Just like guitar. When you're holding a neck of a guitar, you're not holding it, right? You got to allow your hands to be free to go up and down the fretboard. Right. And in order to do that, you got to have the integrity of your shoulder, your core, your arm, to be able to just go up just like that.
Okay.
Yeah. You have anything to add?
No, I mean, I myself am still learning, so he's the knowledgeable one, and he's also helping me, and I'm getting inspired to pass on the information that I'm also learning myself.
Jimmy's been learning a lot lately, and he's been seeing the benefit of it.
I have.
He's like, I can actually feel my booty now.
Feel it. It wasn't there before, but now it's there. I can definitely tell.
Yeah, so just heads up for future videos. We'll be doing mobility work. We're going to show you why certain things are going wrong and what might need to be fixed if you're having certain issues. You know, a lot of people have knee pain, lower back pain.
Which are the key main things that I have, is knee pain and lower back pain.
So we're working on misalignment and muscle imbalances. So in order to fix the misalignment, you got to fix the muscle imbalances. In order to keep the muscle balances fixed, you need to correct the alignment as you're going through that process. So we're working on two main things. It's really about ingraining the neurological response to the muscles, the brain to muscle. So if you're not getting that signal, right, you're not going to be using it. So we're working on small, very light weights. We're going to make things actually work on a neurological level before you add strength to it, which is definitely why I disagree with the typical gyms. People go into there and they lift a weight. Doesn't mean they're doing it correctly. It means they're using the path from that dysfunction. Your brain tells this, oh, I know how to do it. I'm going to use the dysfunction. Right? That's the brain to muscle.
Lifting the incorrect way.
Exactly.
And that was my problem when I go to the gym. And I'd go to the gym and think I'm lifting it right. Then when Greg brought me to the gym one day, he was showing me everything I was doing wrong, and I could definitely feel a complete difference in all the muscles I was engaging in. And it felt a lot better, more of a muscle workout rather than like a really bad pain that I lifted something incorrectly.
So it's really like muscle. It's like muscle memory. Like you playing guitar, practicing sports is all about practice.
Right.
So we're gonna be practicing activating the correct movement And in order to do that, we need to get an okay range of motion, the ability to actually activate the muscle, and then repetition with light weights. Typically, when someone puts on a lot of weight, they automatically go to that dysfunctional pattern of movement, just like, there's the snap I'm looking for.
Yeah.
So come on. So yeah, so no, you're gonna be learning a lot from the two of us, and you're gonna see more videos.
All right, we'll see you soon.
All right, we're just gonna. How do you?
Turn it up. Where's the off button?
There it is.